has been 30 years since Hollywood converged on Frankfort, Indiana, and our historic Case Arena was transformed into the Dolphin Dome. Tonight, Case Arena will once again host Western University, as the Frankfort Hot Dogs will play the part of the Dolphins and the visiting Rossville Hornets will represent Indiana. It's a special presentation, 30 years in the making, and the ISC Sports Network, in cooperation with Hot Dog TV, are happy to have you join us for tonight's broadcast. My broadcast partner is Joe Rook. I am Sean Walker. Joe, it is a packed house here tonight. This used to be called Cram Case Arena. They've crammed it tonight.
They absolutely have, Sean. I mean, we were talking while the JV game was going on, and for those listeners who are interested, Rossville won the JV game over Frankfort 41-33. But I told Sean, as a former player for Frankfort who played in the 70s, was used to some fuller gyms, if you will, to see this gym full for this event really does my heart good. It warms my heart and it makes me feel great, Sean.
It's awesome to see the community embrace it, come back out here after 30 years, and hopefully, maybe they'll see, hey, this wasn't too expensive. That's a fun Saturday night. Let's take everybody and go again.
Absolutely. But, things are getting set up here for the video. People are still filing in. They're milling around. I mean, it's just an excellent Saturday night atmosphere here at Case Arena, and we're glad that everybody is tuned in on us.
We have a video itself that's going to be played here in just a minute. It's going to take you down memory lane, and it's really cool. There's going to be some interviews in there from some special guests, including Shaquille O'Neal and others, Penny Hardaway, Matt Nover, the stars of the show. So with no further ado, we've got a packed house here in the Dolphin Dome tonight, a.k.a. Case Arena. We're ready to get this thing rocking. We may even get Anthony C. Hall on the broadcast up here tonight to do an interview with us on the air. But as they go to the video here in the gymnasium, we're going to go to the video as well on our broadcast. Check this out. We'll be back with it shortly.
Where do you get a crowd for a basketball game in the summertime? Ah, that's where you go to the state where basketball is king, Indiana. Stop the music. Wait a second. This isn't Hollywood. This is Frankfort, Indiana. But for 1 week in July, it was Hollywood in Indiana, as director William Friedkin brought his cast and crew to the central Indiana town for the filming of Blue Chips, with a cast of Nick Nolte, Shaquille O'Neal, Anthony Hardaway, Bob Knight, Ed O'Neill, and a good part of the NBA draft starring in this movie about college basketball. So Hollywood comes to Indiana for the filming of Blue Chips. Director Bill Friedkin decided to choose the town of Frankfort, Indiana, and Frankfort High School. 1, because of the nice gymnasium. 2, because of the town's enthusiasm for basketball. And yes, the nickname of Frankfort High School's basketball team, the Hot Dogs.
See, the original plan was to build an arena at Van Nuys Airport. Build a big arena. I said, yeah, but how am I going to film? How am I going to fill it? Where am I going to get people? And if I get the people, they're not going to know anything about basketball. It's in the middle of summer. You can't count on college kids being around. So I said, I'm going to do this in Indiana, and I'm going to go anywhere I drop my hat in Indiana, and we're going to get a crowd. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, not only are we going to get a crowd, they're going to pay us to come to the game, because I knew that happens here.
And it was really not a really large gym. I think it's seated 5,500 or something like that. And it was jammed to the rafters, and these people were really fans, great basketball fans.
On February 18th, 1994, just a few weeks before the 1994 NCAA tournament, Paramount Pictures released a somewhat legendary movie called Blue Chips. The basketball scenes in Blue Chips were filmed in an enormous high school gym called Case Arena, which is in Frankfort, Indiana. The place seats just over 5,000 people. In the area of realistic basketball, Blue Chips, Allen Houston. These players were being coached by actual Division I basketball coaches, guys like George Raveling, Bobby Knight, and Rick Pitino. These were organized games with highly experienced players and coaches, and everyone was told to actually try and win. It is a movie, so the games would be edited to show the desired outcome, but the basketball looks real because it is real. No movie has ever done that. Knight, Friedkin, and Nolte all on the same set is just Incredible to think about, the stories that must have come out of that shoot. Nick Nolte is one of the best on-screen basketball coaches that we've ever had. It's well known that he spent a ton of time with Bobby Knight during the 1992 season, and if anyone was going to capably impersonate Bobby Knight on screen, it's Nick Nolte. His speeches were pitch perfect to things that Knight would have done. Another neat detail in this movie is that you can see Pete Newell, who's a legendary coach, sitting next to Nolte on the bench during the games, where he supposedly told Nolte when to get up and go yell at an official, or what to say to this or that player for this or that reason. The basketball scenes in Blue Chips were handled brilliantly, and in that sense, the movie is more or less unrivaled. It has yet to be topped. Within the basketball world, Blue Chips is still an iconic film. You can still buy a Butch McRae or a Neon Boudeau jersey. Action Bronson actually made a mixtape called Blue Chips. Most interesting to me, though, is the fact that Blue Chips actually had an enormous causal impact on the NBA. The filming of this movie took place in the summer of 1993, which was after Shaq's rookie season in the NBA. He was already a gigantic marketing superstar by this point, to the point that the poster for the movie actually featured him as the co-lead of the film. Here's some wild what-if territory for you. If Chris Webber hadn't called the timeout during that infamous national championship game between Michigan and North Carolina, he might have been in Blue Chips.
So we're playing in Orlando, because we all used to play pickup. And this is skinny kid, they put him on my team. And I swear, if I put my hand up like this, the ball is there. So I'm like, okay, he nice. He must be, must be one of the kids from the neighborhood. Every time he was coming down looking for me. He wasn't even looking for a shot, he was looking for me. So I tell him, hey man, I'm a spin, throw the lob. And everything I did, he did it perfectly. So then finally, on the way out, they said, that's Penny Hardaway. They brought him down here because he's going to be in the movie with you. I go upstairs and say, I've been reading the reports. We got the #1 pick. I like C-Web. He my guy. However, I just met this kid, Penny Hardaway. I know you know him. I'm thinking the next Magic Johnson and Kareem. Do something. They didn't take me seriously. So then I had to step it up. I didn't go upstairs and say it, but I spread the word. We don't get Penny, my deal's up next year. I'm going to be looking to do something else. So then they said, we'll do it. We don't want you to, we'll do it. So I'm having a draft party at my house. They draft Chris Webber. I just got this new 50-inch from Best Buy. I bust that all up. Because now I'm mad, because I'm like, I told y'all what I want, and now y'all gonna force my hand. I go to the bathroom to clean up. My boys run, hey man, they did something. They traded C-Web for Penny Hardaway.
Orlando has traded the draft rights to Chris Webber to Golden State in exchange for the draft rights to Anthony Hardaway.
So I knew that was going to be the beginning of the new Magic Johnson and Kareem.
Well, you think if Blue Chips didn't come out, and Shaq didn't play with Penny, then Shaq would have told Orlando to draft you instead of Penny?
Oh, I know it. It's a fact.
Nolte thought he was a little bit of a half jock. He played some football, he played some basketball. They were filming all the basketball stuff, and all the NBA guys were involved. Now, the crew, they don't know a basketball player from a bocce player, frankly. But they're told all week long on that Friday that the best player in the world, Shaq, is going to be in to film a game setting. Okay, he's the best player in the world. Shaq comes in, plays the game, but he missed 14 out of 15 free throws, all right? They've been told this guy's the best player in the world. This little old man comes in the next morning, Saturday morning. I go right to the gym. Nolte and I are filming where we're sitting on a bench, and he's doing a mea culpa. I was the athletic director. He cheated. He's telling me how badly he feels about cheating. So it's an emotional scene. So he says, Coos, let's do something instead of just sitting. Let's shoot free throws. Keep the dialogue going, and you go first. Shoot, we throw, you miss, and then you throw it to me, and we'll do it back and forth. And we start the scene. I get to and even at 65, I'm loose. It's like riding a bike. I wasn't a great free throw shooter, but I was a pretty good one, 81 or something. And I go up to the line, and I start to shoot, and we're doing our dialogue, and I know part of his suggestion was he wanted to get up and do his little jock thing, Anyway, I start to make, I make 21 freaking free throws in a row. All the technicians explode. They give me a standing O. And I turned to the ensemble and I said, hey guys, I used to do this for a living. See, what's the big deal? What I didn't know at the time was they watched the best player in the world the night before miss 14 out of 15. And Nolte, I know he's burning up. And I said to him, now we get through with the dialogue. And I say, Nick, Jesus, what a great idea you came up with, but when do you get to shoot? And he said, oh, you son of a... And he threw the ball at me, and I said, well, you think this is hard? Honest to God, this is the truth. You think this is hard? I threw it up with the left hand.
So we shoot all the footage, and they needed one more shot. So the director come in the huddle, and he says, all right, we need about 15, 20 minutes to set up the last play. So Penny Hardaway is going to throw the lob pass to Shaquille O'Neal. And then they win, and then that's how the movie ends, right? You've seen the movie.
Yeah. It's great movie.
So they set the shot up, get the cameras in place, get the crowd where they want them. The director comes in the huddle, tells Coach Knight, hey, we're ready for you guys. Come on out and play defense. So he leaves. As we're leaving the huddle to go play defense, Coach Knight says, don't let him get it. Grab him. So they run the play.
He's coaching,
they run the play, set the back screen. Shaq goes off the back screen. They throw the lob. We grab Shaq. The ball goes out of bounds, and he's yelling. The director's yelling, "Cut, cut, cut!" So now they had to reset the whole shot again.
Well, you guys won.
Yeah. Well, we won the scrimmage, but like in the scrimmage game we won, but like in the movie.
But Blue Chips is among the best basketball movies ever made. I don't think that I would put it on top, but the realism of the play on court, the good not great performances from the cast, and the lasting cultural impact within the basketball world.
This is an outstanding opportunity. I feel real special and real lucky to be able to have this chance. And it's especially exciting to be here in Indiana, and it's just an incredible feeling. It feels real good, and having a great time with it. I figure a white blue chip athlete like myself deserves something extra. So this is what I'm looking for. Is about 30 grand. I'd like to have it in cash, and just toss in one of those gym bags you got. I've seen a lot of things now. I've been around a lot. They've offered me this much money already. If you guys can match my offer, I'm yours, Coach.
It was just so much fun for me coming out of college right before the NBA to be able to do a movie and to be able to do it with Shaq. That was a large part of why I got drafted by the Orlando Magic, because, Shaq and I were playing together, and I was smart enough to give him the ball every single time.
Did you ever have a sort of a dream of being in a movie when you were a kid, and then you made it happen?
That's something that I've always wanted to do, and that was definitely a dream come true to do that movie. And it was a good movie, not just because I was in it. It was a great basketball movie. I really liked that they just allowed us to play basketball. Really wasn't much acting. It was just really us just playing ball.
Frankfort, Indiana. I'm Penny Hardaway, head coach of the Memphis Tigers. Many of you remember me from my career with the Orlando Magic as a basketball player. I wanted to let you know that I really enjoyed playing the role of Butch McRae in the movie Blue Chips. I also had a great time there in Case Arena, aka the Dolphin Dome, as a Western Dolphin under Coach Nick Nolte. Hard to believe it's been 30 years. Go Dolphins and go Tigers go.
Would you ever consider doing a Blue Chips sequel?
If they ask me to, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would you like to have? Is Penny coming back?
I would say me and Penny come back. We'll be agents fighting against each other. I'll give all the young guys a shot. I'll get Kyle Kuzma in there. I'll get Kelly Oubre in there. I'll put Zion Williamson in there. And I'll put Candace Parker in there.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
For Indiana, Dolphin Dome, it's me, Shaq, excuse me, it's me, Neon Budo, Blue Chip Forever. I wish I could be there with you guys. I love you. I know you've seen Butch McRae, Penny Hardaway. I know you see Tony. Tony's still point shaving, doing what he do, acting crazy. If you see Tony, smack him. Make him cry like Coach made him cry. All right, love you guys.
Coach, I wouldn't have to. Coach, you tell me that told you, man. You tell me that told you, man. Tell me that just once. Just once. We wanted them. Damn right. Man, I mean, who cares about the spread? That's just for the gamblers, ain't it? Coach, man, I'm sorry.
Haven't I always been there for you? Are you a better basketball player because of me? Are you a better man?
Yes.
What's up, Frankfort, Indiana? What's up, you guys? My name is Anthony Seahall, and I played the role of Tony the Point Shaver on Blue Chips. Man, what a blessing that was. I got to work with a bunch of great actors and athletes, such as obviously Nick Nolte, Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, Matt Nover, Ron Shelton, who wrote the film, and the late, great William Friedkin, who directed the film. May he rest in peace. I'm excited we're at Case Arena, aka the Dolphin Zone, to celebrate 30 years of Blue Chips. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, seeing everyone, shaking hands, signing autographs, taking pictures. Whatever you guys want me to do, I'm there for you. Let's go Dolphins, let's go hot dogs. That's a strange combination, but it works. Let's go.
I'm Nick Vitale. Tonight is the night we've been waiting for. Basketball fever. Unbelievable, baby. Kicking off the new season. Western University, coached by Pete Bell. 2 national championships. Coming off a subpar year against the #1 team in the nation, the Indiana Hoosiers. Yes, Pete Bell wants to start winning. What did he do? He recruited the best freshman class in America. 3 dynamic diaper dandies, headed by Leon Bodeau, the 7-footer, scintillating and sensational from Louisiana. And then he went and got, you ready for this? That's right, Butch McRae, a 6'7", silky smooth guard. And then he went and he got Ricky Rowe from French Lick, Indiana, a 6'8" forward. Yes, they are ready to take on the Hoosiers with Calvert Cheney and Bob Hurley. It's going to be awesome, baby, with a capital A. I'm so excited. I can't wait. We got an unbelievable matchup. Heavyweights, Pete Bell against Bobby Knight, the General. This place will be rocking and rolling. The Hoosiers are #1 in the nation. Western University trying to turn around their season from last year. Pete Bell's excited. Bobby Knight's excited. Hey, baby, this place is going to rock and roll. It's going to be awesome, baby, with a capital A.
how awesome was that presentation? Being able to go back 30 years in the making. And Joe, last night you and I had the pleasure of doing a basketball game here, a doubleheader with Western Boone and Frankfort, knowing that we were coming back here tonight. I went home last night, stayed up a little later than normal. I fired up the movie Blue Chips. It was available on Prime Video. Give them a little plug there. I watched Blue Chips. I got to see Leon Badeau, Ricky Bro, and Butch McRae, and relive the memories from 30 years ago. I was 14, 15 years old when that movie was filmed, and
You're right.
just a young guy. Just a young guy back then.
Well, that's excellent that you went home and did your homework and got memorized everything back up to date. And I got to be honest with you, my wife and I kind of watched some of the movie today too to kind of catch up and remember some things. So,
what was really cool about that time being younger is being able to, not necessarily me being younger, but just being here when it was filmed. I was younger, and you would come out around the high school and you would see Shaq out running around on golf carts and, just hamming it up with the cast and crew, and thought it was really cool the way that those guys embraced not only our city, but I think I got to meet every single person that was involved in the movie at one point in time, except for Bob Knight, which kind of broke my heart. But what was cool is none of them treated any of the rest of us like we were beneath them. They might have been big basketball stars and Hollywood actors, and they were so gracious the whole time they were here.
Right. I can remember coming out to the high school and checking out things on the day of the games, earlier coming out, and you could see Shaq. He was socializing with everybody. He was hamming it up. He loved it, I think, as much as anyone. He was talking to everyone. So, what a great guy for him to be in that movie. And like you said, such a cool thing for the city of Frankfort to host Blue Chips, right?
And how cool is that? I mean, obviously the state of Indiana, we have the movie Hoosiers, right, which is probably the all-time greatest basketball movie ever made. And then we get Blue Chips right here in our own hometown filmed. They came in, they transformed Case Arena, and really, this movie it's a cult classic because while at the box office it didn't necessarily turn the numbers they thought it was going to worldwide, it is played a lot on the movie channels. You can still, have access to it today, and it's embraced and loved.
Right.
And I think that's just because of the fans and how much they appreciate the real basketball that went behind the scenes, much like the video they talked about.
Right, right. Like that video said, they were going to film this in the summer. Where in the world are they going to fill up a gym in the middle of summer? So, they come to the state of Indiana. And the interesting thing, and I think you told me this last night, Sean, and we have heard from different sources, that Bob Knight said, hey, you need to consider Frankfort for
that's
this.
What I was told.
Yeah, and so what a great plug that is for the city of Frankfort. So, and watching the movie, getting to see this video, how cool does Case Arena look in the movie? It really looks outstanding. So
you know what else was amazing in the movie? The mullets, the outfits. It was great back in the day.
Yeah, so.
Those are starting to come back. I've seen some mullets in and around the school these days. But a wonderful night tonight. We're going to play some actual basketball here in a little bit, but we wanted to share that presentation with you. Tonight you're going to get something unique. Frankfort is going to be rocking the Western University Dolphins jerseys. ISC was great to be a part of that and help purchase those jerseys for Frankfort High School. And then Rossville, they're going to be rocking the Indiana jerseys, a little throwback looking like the Hoosiers from the movie. And due to trademarking things, they're just going to be Indiana on the scoreboard tonight, which we understand. But super excited. Can't wait to see what all happens here. We're going to put 20 minutes on the clock. We're going to allow them to warm up. We're going to do a longer pregame show tonight as we lead up to the tip-off here. Hopefully we get you some interviews and some other things as the night rolls on. We'll step aside briefly. When we come back, we'll talk more about Blue Chips, about the game tonight, and whatever else crosses our mind, right? Whatever else we want to do. Stay tuned. You're watching the ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog TV.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Welcome back to beautiful Case Arena, a.k.a. the Dolphin Dome tonight. 30 years in the making. It's the anniversary game. It's the reunion game between Western University and the Indiana Hoosiers. Only tonight, it's Frankfort Hot Dogs and the Rossville Hornets fulfilling the shoes of Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, Calbert Chaney, Matt Nover, and many, many others. Do you think, Joe, trivia time,
lay it on me,
what is the over-under that Coach Scholl punts a basketball tonight, Pete Bell style, into the second level here?
I would say pretty low chance. Things would have to get pretty ragged with the men in the striped uniform shirts to have that happen. I would think that's not going to happen. But that's an interesting note there. Yeah.
There they are coming out in those Western Dolphins uniforms, your Frankfort Hot Dogs. 5-7 on the season so far this year. They will face a Rossville team very similar in record at 6-8 that are getting ready to come out. And you know what's beautiful? Staying true to tradition, we've got some red and white candy stripes down here, Joe.
I noticed that. That's kind of an IU Hoosier fan myself. That kind of looks pretty good. And we were talking about, for the fans to listening, those are not exactly like the Indiana uniform that the Hoosiers wear today, but I think they look pretty good. I'm impressed with those.
Hope I don't leave anybody out here, but Richard Salee does a great job with Hot Dog TV here. All the students behind the scenes that are working the cameras for us here this evening, the replay, the graphics, you name it. Hats off to those guys for getting this side of it ready to go tonight.
And yes, I will concur, Sean, real quick. They do a great job, and as you said, they make our job a lot easier.
On the other side of it, you've got the actual event itself, right? So athletic director Ed Niehaus one of the assistant coaches and administrators here at Frankfort High School, Eric Farley. And I'm sure there are countless others, involved in bringing this here tonight, making it what it is. And just hats off to anybody who had a hand in this. What an awesome turnout. It's great for the fans. It's great for the players. I can promise you this. Those JV kids haven't played in front of a crowd like this in a gymnasium like this ever in their life, and that was an awesome experience.
It absolutely was. They had to be, because we mentioned that when the JV game tipped off, and the gym wasn't quite full at that time, but I bet it was, half to three-quarters at that time, the tip-off of the JV. Those kids had to be like, all right, this is Indiana high school basketball at its best. Let's hoop it up and see what we can do here tonight.
At one point in time, the crowd was so loud in the third quarter of the JV game, it might have registered on Frankfort's Richter scale. I'm telling you, it was rocking in here.
It was, and it's good. It's just a neat thing, and it's going to be something the players that are out there tonight on the floor, they're going to remember this for their entire lives.
We talked about the people that helped put this together. We want to talk about the people that have helped put these productions on TV all season long, not just tonight, and it would be a shame if we didn't give them some love too. Let's talk about the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, where they are people helping people. Thank them for their sponsorship all year long. There's actually a watch party going on tonight. They've got NFL football on a couple TVs. They've got our broadcast on the others so they can take in the game for those that couldn't come to the gymnasium here tonight. Shout out to Billy Burge, the entire staff of the Frankfort Eagles. Let's talk about Day and Ginda Funeral Home. Pat Day and his staff do such an amazing job. They're proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. You've got to love Norm the Therapy Dog. I mean, there's just so many things that they offer there at Day and Ginda Funeral Home. Also by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. You want to talk about being a part of an event that promotes health? How about basketball? Athletes out here all night long, laying it out on the hardwood. It's going to be a fun night of basketball between these two teams. Thank you, Laura Archibald, and your entire staff for your constant support of our coverage. By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk. They offer business internet solutions in and around Frankfort and the surrounding areas. Make sure you hit them up. Fiber internet is the way to go. It's the best technology out there. And the Farmers Bank, let's grow. What a community bank that's been around for so long, since 1870s was their founding, and they continue to support ISC year after year after year. Shout out to Jessica Rydell, Lisa Ferguson, your wife, Susan Rook, and everyone that is involved with the Farmers Bank and the what they do for our broadcasts here on the ISC Sports Network.
Absolutely. I won't run down that list again that you mentioned, but I just want to echo what you mentioned and what you said there, Sean. Thank you so much to all those people, because it makes ISC Sports what we do able, and it's just a neat thing that they support the community and the county so well.
There is a member of Healthy Communities of Clinton County. It was just on our screen there. That was Kathy Martin, volleyball coach at Clinton Prairie High School, but the former volleyball coach at Rossville. So she's here tonight taking in the event and probably rooting on some some of those former kids that are playing here tonight.
Yeah, she's rooting for the Rossville Hornets, a.k.a. the Hoosiers. So, and these are neat shots that the fans are seeing, in Case Arena. The fans, the cheerleaders decked out in the Western Dolphins colors. So, enjoy these scenes because it's a great shot.
World, the United States. I know we've got viewers just from what I was told today. Illinois, Colorado, California, Arizona, Florida, and more tuning in. Alumni of Frankfort and Rossville that couldn't make it back for this, or just fans of Clinton County sports. And I also know, because I belong to a social media page on Facebook, it's Indiana high school basketball fans. This has been a big talk on that page leading up to this game, and there are quite a few members that travel around and take in games. They are here in Case Arena tonight, did not want to miss.
and they've always played each other really well. Rossville, a small school, has always put out a great product out on the floor. They compete at a high level, and I can remember growing up, Frankfort and Rossville games, always very competitive.
Again, in our video earlier, you got to hear messages from Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, Matt Nover, Anthony C. Hall, and others, Bob Cousy, that were involved in the Blue Chips movie. Anthony C. Hall is here tonight. I was down taking pictures with him earlier. Fantastic man. And I told him, like I told you last night on the air, I'm envious. I said, you got to work with two of my heroes. And he said, Nick Nolte? I said, no. Bob Knight and Tupac Shakur. He was in the movie Gang Raiders with Tupac, and he said, Tupac and I, we were great friends. Yeah. It was awesome. So I got to share some stories and hear about how, all that came to fruition. Anthony was a former basketball player himself and played basketball with Shaq, and that's how they both kind of got into the movie, got into the acting gig, and worked out well for him. He's had a nice acting career.
That's great that you share that because, and again, just another example of one of the former people in the movie, how nice the person actually is, how easily you can access him, and that's just a cool experience.
We're going to step aside and take a break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about how somebody's normal activity of just going out to wash a car led to him being in the movie Blue Chips and cast in the movie. Pretty cool story. Head your way right after this break.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
As a healthcare facility, providing top-notch care should be your number one goal. However, patient experience and overall satisfaction should be a top priority as well. You see, in addition to your patients, you also have an obligation to the family and friends who attend appointments, sit for hours in waiting rooms, or spend days at your facility awaiting a loved one to be discharged. The last thing that they want or need to be concerned about is how or where to charge their cell phone, tablet, or smart device when trying to keep loved ones up to date. This is where JM Marketing comes in. Our fully customizable charging station allows you to promote your facility or patient portals while providing a courtesy to those who spend time in your facility. Our charging stations provide full speed, multi-device charging capabilities while utilizing energy-efficient technology. And the best part? They charge nearly 100% of devices. They fit anywhere and go everywhere. A simple yet practical way to enhance the overall experience you provide, and that is a reason for everyone to celebrate. For more information, contact sales at JM Marketing to get plugged in today.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable! To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Meet Henry. Henry is hip. Henry loves the new Mintel TV streaming app. And check out Helen. With features like Cloud DVR, Restart, and Look Back TV, Helen never misses her favorite shows. And this is Bob. Bob can't contain his excitement for the new Mintel TV streaming app. Bob is proving that you actually can teach an old dog new tricks. What do you say, Bob? Does the Mintel TV app get a thumbs up? All right, Bobby-o. Mintel TV, the next generation of awesome. Upgrade today.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com.
Are they doing a third
you can
season
see
on that show?
Episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
At Day and Ginna Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Ginna Funeral Home, putting family first.
Welcome back here to the Dolphin Dome, a.k.a. Case Arena, on this wonderful evening. 30 years in the making. So we celebrate the movie that was filmed here in Frankfort, Indiana, back in the summer of '93, released in 1994, and that's what we are celebrating here today. Before the break, I teased about a story, and I'm terrible with names, so you'll have to forgive me. The gentleman is here in attendance this evening. I do not have his name in front of me, and I forget what he told me, unfortunately, but check the story out. The story has to be told. So, Joe, this young man, a Frankfort graduate, 1990, we're in school at the same time together, was out 2 years out of high school, just happened to be out washing his car, right? And the casting director drives by and says, "Hey, we're filming a movie here in town, and you fit the character that we're searching. You know, we want to fill this role." It was a manager of the Dolphins team, sat behind the bench, you know, and one of those guys that helps and interacts like a manager will. And brought him in, took a picture of his Polaroid. They put it on the wall with like 100 other people and said, "We'll call you if we need you." Got the call like a couple days later, came in, got part of the movie rolling. There you go. Gentleman from Frankfort, Indiana, thrust into the movie in the starring role.
That's an interesting story. That's a great story. Now, did that inspire him to do acting later on or anything else in that regard?
You know, I do not know. I know that he is, I believe, living in Florida now, and he came back to be here tonight to be a part of it, and that's very awesome. I've seen others in the building. I know Ryan Burning is here. He was one of the basketball players that participated in the movie. As Rossville comes back out for their warm-ups. Normally during it's going to give us a Jimi Hendrix-esque Star Spangled Banner on the electric guitar tonight.
Good.
So we'll
Look
that one
forward
for
to that. That's a different a different feel here for Case Arena, but that'll be interesting. Look forward to that. So,
another sponsor that we want to talk about here this evening is Ardente Dental. They've been with ISC Sports Network for quite a time now, and Dr. Jill Snyder and her staff do such a great job here in town. They have the best billboard game in the dentist business by far, and all you got to do is drive around town to check that out. Always movie parodies, TV show parodies, so fun to watch and see. Thank you, Jill Snyder, for your sponsorship. Talking about tonight's game, we've kind of set the stage. We've talked about the movie 30 years ago. What are you looking forward to in tonight's game, Joe, from these two teams? What do they need to do to be successful? Let's just do keys.
Interesting atmosphere here tonight, Sean. I think the first one will be who's going to get settled in quickly. Both teams, I don't know if they'll have any nerves or not. They've had several games already this year, but it's not with this crowd and this atmosphere have they played in front of. So I'm going to look for, is anybody going to be a little bit nervous? Team's going to be tight. So who's going to get settled in first?
Awesome tonight, too, on the giveaways. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I was going to say the other thing I was really wanted to look for was shooting the threes and the tempo. Who's going to get 3 of their starters shooting above 30% from 3, and a 4th starter right at 29%. So Frankfort is going to have to get out on them, pay attention to them, get up on them, and let's see what happens with that tonight, because I think that's just an interesting thing of the good shooters of Rossville that Frankfort's going to have to watch.
I got excited and I started talking because I realized the student section, they've got foam fingers, terrible towels. There's a lot going on in here tonight. I was like a dog with a squirrel right there for a second, Joe. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's cool. A dog with a squirrel, I get it. And you're right. It's just a neat thing, and I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over, but we have done several games here in Case Arena, and there's a good crowd, but it's just different from what we're used to tonight. And I'm glad everybody gets to see this.
I feel like I've been transported back 30 years because this is what the crowds used to be like.
Yes.
On any given night. Now Jason Wells is getting set up down there. We want to talk about our players to watch quickly. For Rossville, our player to watch tonight is going to be Mr. Jordan Skiles. Jordan has played in 8 games this season, and, man, he has really started to turn it up here for these Rossville Hornets. And look for him to have a big night tonight. He's averaging over 11 points in those contests. For Frankfort, it's going to be Kai Kirby. Last night, Kirby was over 20 points in their win against Western Boone. Look for him to have a big night here tonight. So the senior for the Hot Dogs has got to help lead the way. With no further ado, we're going to pay homage to our country, the playing of the national anthem, and artist Jason Wells as he gets ready down there to do they still call that serenade when it's with the guitar?
I'm not sure what the right term of that is, but if you want to use it, Sean, I think that's fine. Whatever, but Jason Wells, a name I think is very familiar to Frankfort people. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, Jason does such a great job. He plays out live all the time, a full-time musician, goes on tour and everything else. But tonight, no more further ado, let's throw it down to Jason. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, basketball gets tipped off here from Frankfort High School.
Healthy Communities of Glenn County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclincounty.org.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to beautiful Case Arena, a.k.a. the Dolphin Dome, here tonight as we get set with our starting lineups for the Rossville Hornets. Tonight, starting for them will be the senior, Caden Wilson, Braden Teeley-Hahn, Brody Skinner, Charlie Thompson, and the junior who was our player to watch in Jordan Skiles. That's your 5 for head coach Corey Dunn. And the Indiana Hoosiers / Rossville Hornets. Our starting lineups tonight brought to us by our Dente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. I'm with, I tell you, might be a Frankfort grad, but I'm a Hoosier fan. I'm torn. I feel torn right now. So,
Right. I really like those uniforms that Rossville is wearing for the Indiana. I know, on the trunks on the side Indiana wears, and they have traditionally for years the IU. But I kind of like that block I on the trunks. I really do. That's a good look, I think.
Our officials for tonight's broadcast, as they continue to announce the players here in the gymnasium, are none other than Bryce Barton, Jared Pollock, and Matt Knezovich. Those three getting to come in here and call from the Zebras position there. Tonight's officials brought to us by our friends at Aaron's Flooring. And now the starting lineups for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Head coach Rick Scholl sending out the same 5 he sent out there the last handful of games. Edwin Wayne Scott, Doug Wood, Kai Kirby, Carson Hale, and Alex Farley. Frankfort got a big victory last night over Western Boone, 49-37, and a much-needed win to get them back on their winning ways. Frankfort just a couple of games away from being at 500 on the season.
Last night, Alex Farley was held, I believe, to 4 points, and the game before that against Lebanon, he was held scoreless. So we are hoping, at least if you're a Frankfort fan, they'd be hoping that Alex can break out of that slump and hit some threes and get himself going tonight and score some points and help the Hot Dogs here.
A great night, a packed crowd. What an atmosphere. You see everyone with their cell phones lit up. As the gym went dark, the spotlights are out, and they are announcing the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Or the Western Dolphins, however you want to refer to them tonight. I don't think there is a wrong answer.
For the uniforms there that you're seeing on the Western Dolphins, the Frankfort Hot Dogs, an interesting note that Shaq did donate those shoes that the players are wearing tonight. So
thank you, Joe.
What a neat little sidelight there for Shaq doing that for the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
Gave them a couple of pairs of shoes. Actually, they got the ones they're wearing tonight and then some casual shoes just to kick around. It worked out perfect. Shaq being in the movie and then being, the president or brand ambassador or something at Reebok. He was like, hey, guys, we need to get these guys some shoes, man. They're going to go out there and represent my Dolphins.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Wayne Scott jumps it up there with Wilson. And Rossville will start out with the basketball first. Thankfully, their jersey numbers are matching up so far. Wilson's first three, and he knocks it down, and that's a great start for the senior.
As we mentioned in the pregame, Rossville sports good three-point shooting. Frankfort's going to have to pay attention to that. First one knocked down by Wilson.
Kirby gets to that left hand, has it knocked out of bounds by Thompson, and it'll stay Frankfort basketball. A great sellout crowd here tonight, man. This atmosphere is electric. Joe, you and I have the best seat in the house. We're up in the crow's nest, as we call it.
It is a good look.
Doug Wood trying to answer a three on this possession for Frankfort. He cannot. Wayne Scott, offensive glass, but can't get the shot to follow, and Thompson pushes the other way. A block as Doug Wood trying to give his best Shaquille O'Neal impersonation there.
Right. Well, as we mentioned, Rossville, not surprisingly, wants to push the tempo, racing down the floor. Frankfort got back, blocked that shot, ball out Rossville.
Wilson, three here off the mark. Last touch by Rossville. It'll be Frankfort basketball. 3-0 game here, early first quarter action. I love the way they transformed it. You see the university sticker. You've got the big dolphin in the middle. And for those that tuned into our broadcast last night, this floor didn't look like this. This took some work today, day of the event. And kudos again to those that painted up the windows outside, put stickers on the floor, had a part or a hand in any intricacy of this event.
That dolphin does look pretty cool out in the middle, I'll admit. It's a good look.
Another turnover here from Rossville gives the ball back to the Hot Dogs.
Rossville's the first turnover of the game. They only commit 13 a game, so Rossville normally takes good care of the ball, few turnovers. Keep an eye on that this evening, see how that plays out.
Hale to Wood. Wood looks to penetrate. Farley. We'll try to get him going early. He's struggled the last couple of games with his scoring, but he's been there, passing defense, helping do other things to help the team be successful. Offensive glass is Brody Skinner. That's Teely Hahn with it there, a fantastic freshman. And now an offensive foul called.
Yeah, if we get a look on that, Jordan, number 24 for Russell, got that hand extended out there. That was made that call easy for the referee.
Carson Hale fired up about drawing the offensive foul there on Jordan Skiles. Kirby looks to break down his defender. Last night we saw Edwin Wainscott be very aggressive offensively early. He worked the glass both on the offense and defensive side, and that's why, Joe, he won our player of the game last night.
Yeah, Edwin Wainscott does a lot of things that don't always show up in your box score. He rebounds, he works hard, he hustles, keeps the ball alive, makes tips under the basket. Good all-around player for Frankfort.
Wilson hit that three to start on Rossville's first possession. We've been scoreless for the last 2.5. Skinner, crossover. It's that one to Thompson, and now a traveling violation called against Rossville. And early on, they're starting to rack up the turnovers.
Yeah, Rossville's number 22 there, Thompson, kind of out of control. Hopped in there, little contact. I'm sure the Rossville faithful thought maybe there was enough there to warrant a foul, but traveling called.
You know what's beautiful tonight with Rossville wearing the red jerseys? It matches their school colors. So the fans didn't have to change anything out. They could just show up in their normal attire. You got a sea of red right below us.
They look good.
Kirby gets to the bucket and scores.
Good drive by Kai Kirby. Kai's going to have to be careful, though. Rossville was looking for that drive. They have a player waiting for him. He might pick up a charge on those.
Kirby's hands knocked that one loose, and then players hit the floor, and Rossville gets our first timeout of the game. Coach Dunn been patrolling the sidelines now for 10 years at Rossville. You see the hustle and the heads-up play there from them. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles. They've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. The Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. If you're watching at home, you can go to the Eagles tonight. They've got it up on the jumbo screen, the big screen TVs inside for you. Again, shout out to the Frankfort Eagles for their sponsorship of tonight's broadcast. So far, Joe, we've got a baseball score here, almost halfway through the first quarter.
3-2. The pitchers are getting settled in, getting the strike zone under control here. So
you mentioned earlier trying to work out the nerves, and I think we're having a little bit of that.
I think it's possible. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a good charged atmosphere.
Even for these Frankfort players that play here routinely, this is different, right? I mean, you've got a lot more people.
Yeah,
it's
a different look.
How much does that affect your shooting?
I don't think very much. Frankfort Case Arena is a great shooting gymnasium. I don't think it matters if there's a few people or if it's full. I think it's a good shooter's background.
Doug Wood creates another turnover on Rossville, and we'll get almost a hockey line shift here. 3 players coming in for Rossville. Be Braden Wolin, Cooper Dunn checking into the game. And I missed the other number.
It's an interesting for Rossville, number 11, Cooper Dunn, the freshman. He has the most assists on the Rossville Hornet team this year, leading the team in assists. So even though he's a sub, he's used to seeing the floor.
Levi Darnell, number 13, also checked in there for Rossville. Do a little process of elimination as Hale loses the ball going to the bucket.
Take a look at that. Carson Hale showing good aggressiveness. Got to stay strong with that ball. Keep that ball gripped well and head up strong.
Get it into Wayne Scott. He looks to Kirby. Kirby trying to dribble through traffic. Wood traveled there. Took off where he put the ball down.
Frankfort's second turnover in this first quarter.
Cooper Dunn handles those point guard duties. He was in the starting lineup earlier in the season for them before Jordan Skiles kind of came back and burst on the screen. On the scene. That 5 there. The 3 by Braden Teely Hahn off the screen is what I was trying to get out. Too many things going on at once. Get it straightened out eventually.
Rossville dropping back in the 2-3 zone.
We saw Western Boone implore this last night. Frankfort took advantage by working it inside and crashing the glass. The throw ahead. A block there by Farley. Kirby now looks to push. It's a 1-on-4 break, but he draws the whistle.
Here we see Kai Kirby kind of 1-on-4 there. Number's not important to Kai. We're going to head to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Want to thank the Indy Card Exchange. Now for more than 30 years, the Indy Card Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling trading cards. They're refining the game of professional grading with consultation services that save you time and money. Visit IndyCardExchange.com for more information to see how you can make money off your collection. Kirby with 4 quick points here in the first quarter gets his scoring again. Shot from the corner from Thompson. Now Kirby looks to push the other way for the Hot Dogs. Up and under, draws another foul, and go back to the free throw line, Joe.
Well, Kai Kirby here once again showing, hey, I've got the ball, putting my head down, I'm going to the basket. And so far, that's the last 2 times anyway it's worked out for him. He's got fouled and heading to the free throw line.
And if you're just tuning in, a special game here tonight. As Frankfort is wearing those Western Dolphins, a throwback to the movie Blue Chips. Rossville rocking the Indiana jerseys. Paying homage to the final game of that movie.
Kai Kirby off to a 4-for-4 start from the free throw line.
if we have a close game late, do you think they'll run like a lob play to try to pull off the victory again?
Well, they might, but I'm not sure. Has either team got somebody who can throw it down like Shaq?
Kirby spins, shot up, and got it to go. He continues to stay hot. 8 points for Kai Kirby. He's really come into his own this season. Had some good nights. There's a good jump shot. Wilson, the senior.
Good looking jump shot.
Realizing the Hornets needed a bucket there. Hale loses the handle. Here comes Dunn. Dunn, mid-range jumper. Splash.
Cooper Dunn, not hesitating on that break, pulls up and drains the 2.
Coach's kid, it doesn't surprise you at all that he's got the mechanics of the game down there.
Yeah, look very smooth shot on that pull-up jumper. Hot Dog's looking to slow it down here just a little bit.
We mentioned Cooper, just a freshman. And, man, he's going to be one of the greats, I think, at Rossville. I've seen him play a few times now, and he's so composed as a young basketball player. Back out to Farley. He had some daylight. They'll pass it up. They look to Kirby.
Number 45 for Frankfort there, Farley out on top. Has missed a couple three-pointers. You might be thinking about that.
This one knocked out of bounds, and we've had trouble with the clock in the gymnasium. So I think we're going to get, oh, there it come back on.
Yep.
Maybe just a break, or we're using more power in here this evening.
Somebody reset that GFI. We're all good to go.
We don't have those $30,000 Hollywood generators to help keep things running tonight like they had 30 years ago.
Yeah, that was an interesting look. All the scoreboards, the one out on top, the big one, and the 2 on the sides, everything went dark there for a second or two. I think everything's good to go.
And we'll try to get Anthony C. Hall up here on the broadcast and get an interview at some point. I know he's going to come out at halftime and talk to the fans here in the gym, which is very cool of him to do. We were going to invite him up here. If you remember, he played Tony the Point Shaver as Kirby gets another bucket to go in the movie. And at one point in time, he got tutored by Nick Nolte's wife because he was failing radio TV. So we were going to invite him up on the broadcast and figured that we might not want to do that. Doug Wood the other way. Steal, score. He's got 4.
Good hands by Doug Wood, stealing that down for 2.
The bucket for Rossville. Kirby the other way. In the paint again. Dunn works off the high screen here. Has a couple defenders. Rossville looking out of sorts as the quarter winds down. 16-9. Your score after one. Frankfort leading Rossville by 7. Stay tuned. Second quarter heads your way right after this.
I think that basket was by 21, wasn't it?
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Second quarter back here at the Dolphin Dome. Western leading Indiana 16-9 after one. Or as your scoreboard says there, Frankfort and Rossville. Frankfort with the basketball. A strong first quarter there from Kai Kirby. Had 22 last night. He's got 12 in the first quarter. Wood tries to keep it alive. Wayne Scott battling down low, but Rossville secures the rebound.
Alex Farley had another good-looking three, just unable to connect.
This one blocked here, and then a foul. This whistle will go against the Hot Dogs. Oh, man. Wilson, I'm glad he's okay. Looked like he tweaked an ankle there as he went down. He led Rossville in scoring in that first quarter. The senior, 11.4 points per game. It's his first free throw to go here.
Interesting fact about Wilson there, in regards to shooting the ball very well. He leads the team in rebounds and steals. So number 3 for Wilson. Rossville does a great job all around.
Stat sheet stuffer. Farley. Alex just off the mark there, and he was on a torrid shooting pace at one point, and now struggling a little bit from beyond the arc. Wilson hits the floor. Thought we had a whistle there. It was just somebody whistling in the gym.
Evidently, yeah.
5-point game, and Frankfort's going to take a timeout here. That gives us a chance to talk to you about the Farmers Bank, where they like helping everyone grow. From business owners running multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. They draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since the founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. How about that first quarter from Kai Kirby, Joe?
Yeah, he definitely had made his mind up that he got the ball out. He was going to the basket. So he was very aggressive with the ball. One thing about Frankfort, I mentioned it 2 or 3 times already, Alex Farley has been an excellent three-point shooter for them this year. The last couple games he has struggled. He has some good looks. Still has not made a shot, but I think it's important that he keeps shooting. If he's open, he needs to shoot the ball.
Absolutely, because eventually laws of averages say that one's going to fall, right? And then he's such a good shooter. That's all he needs to see one go through.
Yeah, like you said, the law of averages. And for Frankfort, he's just too good of a shooter to stay in that slump. He'll break out sooner or later. Just needs to keep looking for his shot.
It's a 5-point game right now. Rossville doing a nice job hanging close here with Frankfort. Wagner comes in. Last night he checked in, got a bucket right away. This time, shot rims out.
Lucas is a good shooter, so that's not unusual for him to shoot it.
Skinner lets the three, or excuse me, Skiles lets that three fly, the lefty. Kirby. No, Wayne Scott keeps it alive, back to Kirby. And now what do we got? A traveling violation against Frankfort.
Kirby got the ball, got tied up right there, came down with it, but interestingly, the Rossville player had his hands on it, but the referee saw it as a travel.
A lot of text messages and instant messages going on this evening from people taking in the game all over the place, and it's great to see. I love it. Good to see these two teams play here tonight. Case Arena packed. Frankfort showing some good defense early on. That is a shot a week ago Farley wouldn't have thought twice about. Wayne Scott down low. Can't get this one to drop. Good rebound by Wilson.
That's a shot Wayne Scott needs to shoot, though. He's open. Got to turn around and knock it down.
One thing about the Hornets, Joe, we looked at, they have 4 players that average over 11 points per game.
Yeah, it's unusual that you got 4 players averaging 11 a game.
Yeah, so. It's like 11.2, 11.4, 11.6.
Yeah, so, but the good thing for Rossville is, you can't key on any one. You got different guys who can score for you, so.
Balanced scoring and talent there for Coach Corey Dunn. And once again, relatively young. We've said this before. I mean, Charlie Thompson, a senior in the starting lineup, as well as Caden Wilson. But other than that, you have underclassmen that are drawing a ton of the playing time here for Rossville this season. Got here early enough today to beat the crowd and watch Frankfort in their shoot-around, and so far seeing a lot of the plays they were running as they were preparing for this Rossville team. Doug Wood with a huge block there, his second of the game. Kirby scores the other way.
Good defense by Wood. Blocking the shot leads to a Kirby run-out layout.
14 points already for Kirby. 3 from the corner, and this one drops. Jordan Skiles getting the party going.
Skiles has had some good looks before he gets that 3-pointer to go there.
Farley. That one dead on, just a little strong.
Another good look, though.
We're going to let the 3 go again here to Skiles, this time a little short. You know, it feels like the momentum's been on Frankfort's side since the tip of this game, but Rossville only down by 4, Joe.
That's true. Rossville hanging around, which you would certainly expect them to do.
Kirby hits a 3 here. 5 in the quarter, 17 in the game. We still have almost 4 minutes to go before the half.
Ty Kirby leading the charge for the Dogs.
Farley gets around the defender. He's a little short. And now a timeout, a full timeout taken by Rossville and Corey Dunn. Good look at that block from Wood a moment ago.
All ball right on top of that, led out to the Kirby layup.
This portion of our broadcast tonight brought to us by Aaron's Flooring. They offer luxury vinyl plank, carpet installation, and more. Visit aaronsflooringllc.com. Give them a call at 601-4145. Get yourself a free quote.
Well, we mentioned turnovers at one time. That first quarter, Rossville had 4. Frankfort had 3. Both teams doing a really fine job taking care of the basketball. The tempo's up and down, but both teams securing the ball very well. Frankfort has 1 turnover in this second quarter, Rossville none. So both teams doing what they needed to secure the ball.
Seeing a lot of different media in the building tonight, a lot of photographers here taking pictures and enjoying what has been a wonderful, electrifying crowd here at the Dolphin Dome. Threw the movie on last night. It was a nightcap. I thought I'll throw this on, I'll fall asleep. And I got so invested in the movie again, I ended up staying up way past my bedtime. But I thought it was important to relive that magic from 30 years ago before coming here tonight and being a part of this evening.
I agree. I haven't seen you yawn at all, so I think you're doing good, Sean.
Doing all right.
Sleep, yeah.
Now a traveling violation down low called against Darnell.
I think, take a look at this. The one thing the Frankfort players do, all of them kept their hands vertical, straight up. The referee called the traveling.
Just under 3.5 minutes before the half. Again, stay tuned at the half. We'll have our halftime show for you. Kirby knocks down another 3. 20 points in the first half. Kai Kirby's not shy about the lights being a little brighter tonight. Doug Wood the other way. Lay in.
Good fast break by the Hot Dogs.
Defense to offense. Has made this a 12-point game very quickly. Very fast 5-point swing right there. Dunn looking down low to Darnell. Wood with active hands knocks it away. Very cool as you look along the baseline and the backside of our shot, or the sideline, the backside of our shot there. The cheerleaders even wearing some throwback cheerleading uniforms tonight. The blue and gold. And now a foul here on Hale. As he and Woolen discuss pleasantries. Hey, how you doing? Right here after the play, a little conversation happening.
Yeah. Carson Hale there probably just need to get out of the way. He's feeling a little down about that drive he had before there. Kind of felt he got fouled, maybe not. But you got to play on. You got to get out of the way and then not pick up that silly foul.
Thompson puts it on the deck. Frankfort doing a good job running those shooters off the three-point line, Joe.
I'm sure their scouting report had talked about that Russell's got good shooters. Got to stay out on them.
Kirby active hands there, knocked it off the leg of Rossville. Now a jump ball. Coach Scholl applauding the effort there from Kirby. Gave him a 5 at the end of it.
Yeah. Looks like 1st and 10 for Rossville. That's everybody who went on the floor.
Little scrum for the basketball. Kirby blocked this time down low. Good defensive play.
Great defense by Rossville. Got all ball.
It's Charlie Thompson. Rolling back to Thompson. Wearing the old Damon Bailey jersey there, 22 for Indiana. The 3 up. Splashed once again, Caden Wilson.
Caden Wilson kind of likes that side over there with that 3-point shot. Knocked down a couple over there on that area.
He's got 10 of Rossville's 17. First Hornet or Hoosier, however you want to refer to him tonight, in double figures. I'll tell you, for old Cooper Dunn, he's wearing the number 11 Indiana jersey. There's been some good ones rock that over the years. Isaiah Thomas, Yogi Farrell.
Dane Fife, I believe, was number 11. Hope I didn't misspeak on that, but I believe so.
I have a Dane Fife autographed playing card from a caricature set that was drawn of each player. This one's taken away. And a good run out by Thompson. Good effort by Wood, just couldn't track it down.
Yeah. Frankfort trying to hold there for the last shot, and good hands by Rossville.
Wood lets the 3 fly. Adams on the offensive glass, and he'll draw a foul with under a second.
Adams had checked in the game, active hands, kept that ball alive. Opportunity for 2 free throws.
Obviously Frankfort with a 7-point lead right now, Joe, but Isaac Adams he's a size mismatch. When you look down Rossville's roster, their tallest player is Darnell. He's listed at 6'4", but doesn't have the frame that Isaac Adams has.
Isaac Adams, a player that for Frankfort, we've seen consistent improvement with him here in this varsity minutes. He's done a great job.
0.4 on the clock, so catch and shoot scenario. 27-19 is how it's going to end at the half. Frankfort leading Rossville by 8 here at our Blue Chips reunion game. 30 years after the release of the movie, we're honoring it. We'll come back at the half. We'll talk more about it. Stay tuned. You're watching high school basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Blast Wi-Fi is now included with Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet packages. Contact Mulberry Telecommunications at 296-2885 today to get started.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
27-19 your score at the break. Western on top of Indiana, or Frankfort on top of Rossville. However you want to look at it, it is the Blue Chips reunion game as they're honoring and talking to some of the people here at the half that were in the movie, part of the movie. Very exciting night tonight here. Obviously a big deal for Frankfort, Indiana back in 1993 when Hollywood showed up and said, we want to use Case Arena and we want to fill it with locals. You think we can do that? And Frankfort said, can't we do that? Are you kidding me? Not only did we fill it that night, and for 3 or 4 straight nights when Shaquille O'Neal, Anthony Hardaway, and everybody was here. But tonight, just by saying, hey, we're going to honor that movie that was filmed here. Look at this gymnasium. It is full again, Joe.
Yeah, and kudos to the people who have purchased tickets, who have come out to be part of that. Yep. So, I'm sure there's a lot of people who were here for some of that filming, but also a lot of them who were not. Because you got the younger generation that was not part of that. So, it's good to see them buy tickets, come out, and fill the gym. It looks great.
A great benefit, obviously, to Frankfort High School on an evening like this. You think just a few short years ago, we were in the COVID days. They were playing basketball and other sports with nobody in attendance, no ticket sales, no concession money coming in. And a night like tonight is going to go a long way in helping kind of rekindle those funds that they missed out on during that time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there were some lean years there, if you will, with the COVID on the plate. So it's good to see an event like this take place and have the turnout that we did.
Again, very cool night. Hats off to Athletic Director Ed Niehaus want to say special thank you to Eric Farley, his wife Vanessa. They put in a ton of work behind the scenes and contacting people and getting people here and ordering jerseys and you name it. And I know they had help behind the scenes, and I do not have every single person's name. But I want you to know, and Joe wants you to know, if you had any hand in tonight, we personally thank you. Absolutely awesome job. Great to see. One of the big benefits it's going to have a long-standing effect, Joe, is we've got 2 big screens now at each end of the gymnasium up there that not only were a benefit for tonight and to show the interviews and different things they were doing in the pregame, but also now the ability after tonight, show replays, to run sponsorship ads and different things up here in the gymnasium, which is another money-making opportunity for Frankfort High School.
Yeah, those are a cool addition to Case Arena. They've only been up now for a couple games, so very, as you mentioned, a new thing here for this. I don't want to take away from the activities going on the floor, but
absolutely awesome. I believe one of the assistant coaches there with Indiana University for a long time. And so a big standing ovation here in the gymnasium. He was with Bob Knight.
I think he was with Bob Knight for several years. That name eludes me right at the moment. I hope somebody can help me.
I know you recognized him when you saw him.
Yes.
And I should know it as well, being a diehard IU fan. Maybe one of the
if somebody
viewers at home can send me a message and help me out with that a little bit.
We'll pass that along. I'm sure a lot of people watching said, "Hey, I know exactly who that is."
As Anthony C. Hall is getting ready to be introduced here in the gym, awesome for him here tonight. Come back, he helped facilitate and reach out the contact. Oh, pulled a hammy. Just kidding. But he helped. Good friends with Shaquille O'Neal and worked with Shaq behind the scenes, even not just with the movie Blue Chips, but others. And he was able to get in touch with him, and very cool for him to do that because he didn't have to. I think you're right. Yeah. I think that was wrong. I think you are correct.
Our thought process that Indiana gentleman who came out with some coaching with Bob Knight for the we think it's Ron Felly.
As Anthony hypes the crowd up here at Frankfort High School and Western University. He's ready to drop the mic, wasn't he?
That's enough. Let me out of here.
Again, no point shaving going on tonight.
He got a warm reception by the crowd.
So cool for him to come in, spend time, take pictures with fans, including myself. I'm sure, after all the pictures he took, the last thing he wanted to do was stand beside my ugly mug, but he did anyway. And now I've got that for my scrapbook. So thank you, Anthony Hall. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone behind the scenes that helped put this on. A little extended halftime show here tonight. We wanted to show you that. We're going to step aside, take a break. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring. We'll show you some highlights and more as more halftime show heads your way right after this.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week. She's my best friend.
Okay, but time out. Have you seen the abs on the latest Bachelor? My husband used to have abs, but now he just has flabs. I don't know. Now, he said he works out, but I think...
It's not a book club meeting, it's a make fun of me meeting. Well, what happens in book club doesn't always stay in book club. So...
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month.
Okay, but what am I supposed to do about book club?
I don't know. Maybe read a book? Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
We welcome you back here at Case Arena, the Dolphin Dome tonight. You see John Milholland Court down there. Longtime coach, administrator here at Frankfort High School. A beautiful arena in Frankfort, Indiana. Joined by my broadcast partner, Joe Rook. I am Sean Walker, a fellow Frankfort alumnus as well. And, man, we've got a lot in the building tonight. A lot of classmates and friends and people from yesteryear have helped fill the gymnasium and have traveled back to Frankfort, Indiana to take this in. And what a cool night it has been. 27-19 your score at the break. Joe, let's get back to the game that is at hand. Rossville led in scoring right now by Caden Wilson. He's got 10. They've got 5 players that have gotten the scoring column, which is balanced scoring like we thought they would have. But they trail on the scoreboard right now by 8. What do you think the message might have been there at the half?
For Rossville, I got to believe the message would have been, hey, three-point shooting is one of our strengths. We're going to keep doing that. We've had some good looks. Different players have had excellent opportunities, so I think they're going to keep shooting the threes. That's what they do well. I look for them to any opportunity that they can push the ball, any opportunity to fast break, that's what they're going to do. So, this game won't get away from anybody. I look this to be a close game all the way down to the end.
For Frankfort, they're led in scoring by Kai Kirby. He had 20 points in the first half. 6 points from Doug Wood, just 1 from Isaac Adams. Wayne Scott, Hale, and Farley all scoreless in the first half, yet Frankfort's up by 8. Joe.
I think that would be one thing you'd say for Frankfort is I got that sign there, point saver. For Frankfort, you'd say, hey, we got 27 points. We have an 8-point lead. Farley hasn't scored. Wayne Scott hasn't scored. Hale hasn't scored. We've got some other guys who are very capable of putting some points up, so we're in good position. Just keep running our offense. We'll get the shots. Keep taking them when they're available. We'll knock them down.
Do you think Isaac Adams might see a little more playing time here in the second half as he's got a little bit of a size mismatch?
He might. It's interesting that you bring that up. What the coaching staff for Frankfort thinks, what they're looking at. If anybody gets in foul trouble or if somebody needs a little bit of a break, when Adams comes in, he usually has some success. So he might see the floor here in the second half.
We're going to roll right back into the third quarter action here as Frankfort will have the ball first. That's going to do it for our halftime show. We'll stay live with you right here. Frankfort donning those Western Dolphin jerseys. They'll come back out with their original starting 5 on the floor. It appears Rossville will do the same.
Noticing right away, Rossville picking up man-to-man. They were in that zone most of the time in the first half, changing it up a little bit.
Hale with it here.
Maybe I misspoke. I thought they were following through, but I could be wrong.
Wayne Scott tries to back down his defender. Little inside-outside game as Frankfort will at least let the post get a touch before bringing it back out around the arc.
I like the look by Frankfort here. They're letting everybody get a feel, pass it around, everybody getting a touch.
About 50 seconds into the third quarter, and we've yet to see a jump shot. Kirby looking for a teammate. Was not tipped by Rossville. I think Farley thought it was. It'll be Hornets basketball.
Frankfort's first turnover here in the half. Frankfort had 5 turnovers. First half, Rossville 8.
Hey, just got a notification. TCU stuns number 2 Houston, 68-67 in college basketball tonight.
Life is dangerous, always on the top of the polls.
For sure, especially if you are Purdue.
I think the Boilers didn't have much trouble this afternoon, did they?
Did they get a win today?
I think they They rumped on Penn State pretty easily.
Teely Hahn lost his footing, and Farley gets his first field goal of the night here in the third quarter. Lead out to 10. It's been as high as 12. Thompson. And then Hale gets a little handsy there and gets called for the reach.
Here we get to see a replay of that. Knocked the ball loose and got a hand caught in the cookie jar, so to speak, there on that one.
Officiating crew done a nice job in tonight's broadcast. Again, our officials, Bryce Barton, Jared Pollock, and Matt Knezovich. Having some conversation amongst players, cleaning up some perspiration on the floor. Hey guys, you coming to my house for wings afterwards, you know, all that good stuff going on. A good shot of the students here at Frankfort.
Everybody's got their foam fingers. I'm not sure if that's the right term or not. Looks like a lot of them out there in the cheering section.
Got their Western University shirts on. I love the fact that you see so many of those in the crowd here tonight. Those were sold again, part of the fundraiser here at Frankfort. Buy some T-shirts, come out and support, and man, Clinton County showed up big time. You can't just say Frankfort and Rossville fans, because I've seen quite a few people here that are just county residents. Don't have a dog in the fight, per se.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. It's not just Frankfort and Rossville. It's the entire county.
Frankfort with a 10-point lead here in the third quarter. These hot dogs trying to find win number 6 on the season. Rossville in that 2-3 zone. Little weave out top. Gets Farley a shot. This one off, and Skiles pulls down the rebound.
Alex maybe just needs to come in one step on that three-pointer.
Wilson in transition that time, too strong, and now Kirby looks ahead. Good dump off from Wood. What a pass.
Good pass by Doug Wood. Excellent fast break by Frankfort.
Fantastic finish from Farley as well. A little degree of difficulty on that one.
I think he made that layup a little more difficult than it needed to be, but went down for Frankfort.
Well, if you're going to wear some stylish jerseys tonight, you should probably put a little style in your game. Skiles with the floater there. He's got 5. Lead back to 10.
Jordan Skiles for Rossville, the player you previewed for Rossville pre-game. I'm not sure they'd like to get him going here in the second half.
Now the lefty over the last 8 games for them he's been in double figures in 5 of his 8 games he's played this season. Loose ball here on the floor.
Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Rossville, I believe, on this one.
Other games across our network tonight's the Marion County Tournament. It's a championship tonight. Franklin Central versus Lawrence North. That game on MyIndy TV and ISC Properties as well. They've actually took a live look in of our cameras here recently because they wanted to showcase this wonderful crowd here at Case Arena. Carson Hale down the lane. How about that nice strong move?
Carson Hale showing Kai Kirby can do that. I can do that too. Put my head down and go.
Little floater in the lane as Skiles is warming up. He's got 7 now.
Back baskets for Skiles. Good sign for Rossville.
Back and forth action here is the lead back to 10. Little seesaw battle. Skinner secures the rebound and Skiles pushes the other way. Crossover off glass, no. Taken away, Teely Hahn. Oh, he caught one across the forehead there as Hale will pick up another foul.
Carson Hale, frustration foul there.
He thought he had earned a foul.
I'm sure he thought he got hacked on that rebound, got taken it away from him.
Teely Hahn, that one rolls off. Still scoreless here tonight.
Teely Hahn coming in shooting 82% on free throws. Good free throw shooter for Rossville. As a freshman doing that too. So
yeah, and he's their leading scorer on the season too. Joe at 12.6 points per game. And he just got his first point here in the second half. So Rossville faithful hoping that free throw gets him going. And Coach Schultz taking the jacket off. He's calling a timeout. He's repping the Blue Chips t-shirt.
Yeah,
he's getting hot in here, he said. Good look at some replays.
Let's see a couple of hit replays here. Here's a good pass by Wood to Farley on the layup.
This portion of our broadcast brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Home. If you've experienced a loss or you're planning in advance, Day and Ginda Funeral Homes want you to know they're here for you each step of the way. Planning a funeral is an emotional and sometimes overwhelming thing, and having the right information can certainly make things easier. For more information about the services Day and Ginda Funeral Homes offer, please visit dayandginda.com. I saw owner Pat Day in the building tonight, a former Frankfort basketball player himself, and then ties to both of these communities. He's got the funeral home here in Frankfort, one in Rossville, got one in Flora, one in Mulberry. There's the student section for Frankfort. In tune with the cheerleaders there as they're trying to stay hyped and involved in this one. It's a 9-point lead right now for Frankfort. Kirby had that first half with 20 points. Been scoreless here in the second half so far, but he started to get some help. Woods got 8. Carson Hale got a bucket to go. Farley got in the scoring column.
Right, you don't want Kirby to feel like he's a Lone Ranger out there.
This one's short. Thompson secures the rebound for the Hornets. Kirby knocks the ball loose. Last touch by, and it's heading Frankfort way.
We get to see a replay. Kirby's got his hands on that ball, and I think that went off a Rossville leg. Going to be Frankfort ball.
It's under 3 minutes in the third quarter. Farley looks to penetrate, kick to the corner. Wagner. We have not seen very many threes drop tonight for the Hot Dogs. Skiles with a floater. Thought he was going to get that soft roll there. Last touch by Rossville. It'll be Frankfort ball.
Ball just rolled off the front of the rim there.
Skiles has got a smoothness to his game.
I think he'll continue to look for his shot driving down through the lane.
Farley off on this one. Wayne Scott stays alive on the offensive glass. Gets the N1 opportunity here.
Wayne Scott got the benefit of a lucky hop for him. Rossville kind of fighting for the ball there, off their hands into Wayne Scott's opportunity for a three-point play.
Superfan Forrest in the building. And with 5,000 fans in the stands, you can still hear Forrest. Wayne Scott misses the free throw. Wood secures the rebound, puts it back in.
Good offensive rebounding by Frankfort on that missed free throw. 2 points for Wood.
Gotta love it, though. Forrest comes out. He's got his hard hat on, his striped pants, ready to go. He's got signs. Absolutely loves Frankfort basketball. Frankfort sports, period. He was here during volleyball season.
I was going to say, I think he's here for most all of them.
I think we should record him and his "Let's go, baby!" Ooh! And that should play right before the starting lineups every game. See if we can make that happen. Wilson, benefit of a steal, run out, no. The big fella in Adams pulls it down, but travels trying to gather his footing.
A lot of action there on this one. All kinds of things going on. Ball to Rossville underneath the basket.
Cooper Dunn will inbound. Wilson to Skiles. That three off, but Woolen secures the rebound. Gets it to Wilson, and then an offensive foul before the shot. They'll call Woolen.
Take a look at that. Doug Wood was definitely there, had established his position.
So Woolen will check out. Charlie Thompson comes back to the floor.
See if Frankfort works the ball around, wants to take the last shot of the quarter, or takes the best available shot.
Farley gets to the bucket. Adams there trying to play cleanup. Mess in aisle 5, big 44 there.
Wow.
A 3-second violation.
Wow, that's a tough call.
I tell you, it's hard to clean up a mess in 3 seconds down there,
yeah,
Joe.
Yeah, but I'll give Isaac credit. He was working at it.
13-point lead for Frankfort. Good pass and the unfriendly rim.
Wow,
here.
It was a great pass for Rossville. Had a nice little give and go there. Just didn't get the roll they were looking for.
Levi Darnell there. That shot kind of imitated the revolutions of the earth there. Went all the way around the rim.
Kirby, his first basket here in the second half. 22 points for Kai.
Now a foul on Farley. Coach Scholl, who's been aggravated with Farley a couple times tonight, he was aggravated with the officials that time. He thought his defender was
his guy was doing
the
doing the right thing, trying to get him to move his feet, keep his hands to himself. But he picks up the foul.
Wagner checks out. Under 10 seconds. Teely Hahn trying to find some real estate, and everywhere he turns there's a hot dog. Wilson for three. Would have been good had it gone. But after three, Frankfort with a 15-point lead, 39-24. Hot shooting from Kai Kirby. He's got 22 tonight for Frankfort. Joe and I will return with the fourth quarter right after these messages.
At Day and Ginna Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Ginna Funeral Home, putting family first.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Now available, FiberHawk Fiber Internet, super fast speeds, no more buffering. Perfect for all sizes of business, FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. Fourth quarter, it started here at Frankfort High School, 39-24. Hot Dogs enjoying a 15-point lead. Just 8 minutes on the clock. This one knocked away.
We got a foul called on number 22 for Rossville. As we see that here, gives him Kirby a little bump. Thompson's second foul.
Hale will inbound here for the Hot Dogs. You know, you see Carson play, Joe, and I forget a lot that he's a sophomore. It feels like he's been here for a very long time.
Right.
Carson Hill, but just a sophomore. And so growing up fast before our eyes. Going to have an opportunity to probably take over that starting point guard job next season.
He will. He and Lucas
Well,
Wagner
Farley returns.
Yeah. He and Lucas Wagner will get a lot of opportunity out on the guard situation next year.
Thompson. His defender will get called for the reach here as Charlie puts the ball on the deck.
Good strong move by Thompson. Got the ball up on the rim. Opportunity for 2 free throws.
They called that on Carson Hale. I believe that's number 4 on Carson. It is.
You're correct.
Thompson gets the scoring going here in the 4th. Lead cut to 14. Isaac Adams gave the Hot Dogs some good minutes. He checks out. Wayne Scott back on the floor. Thompson goes 2 for 2. He's got 4 points tonight.
Rossville putting a little full court pressure here on Frankfort. Little zone trap.
Kirby going to back it out, reset. Puts it on the floor, finds Farley in the corner. Good skip pass. Hale, realizing he out of lane, gets his 2nd field goal tonight.
It's a good drive by Carson.
Skiles knocked down a 3 earlier. This one off the mark. Wide left. Skiles with 7 points tonight. He's the 2nd leading scorer for Rossville. Caden Wilson, the only Hornet in double figures with 10.
Get a look at that there. I think Kai Kirby got that arm out away from his body right in front of the official, made it an easy call for the official on that offensive foul.
As aggressive as he's been tonight with 22 points, just his first foul in the contest. And Wayne Scott came in for Adams a moment ago, and immediately Adams back in, Wayne Scott back out. Wilson 3. Trying to dial it up from distance, and that's one thing the Hornets have not been able to do tonight, Joe, is
absolutely
dial it in from 3 consistently.
They have struggled to this point. They will keep shooting them. There's still a little over 6 minutes to go, so there is time for those to start dropping for Rossville.
Wood on the give and go. Down the lane and finishes through some contact.
Finished strong through contact there.
Doug Wood with 12. Comes up limping a little bit there. Got to shake that off. Wilson's 3. Still can't find the range. And then a double dribble there on Skiles. You know, again, talking about those shoes are awesome for Frankfort.
They are awesome. Sean,
Reebok pumps.
I was disappointed you didn't get a word out for you and I needing those shoes for tonight.
I found out about that one after the fact, unfortunately. And, you know, for Frankfort, it was kind of a last-minute thing. Shaq called out of nowhere and said, I need your shoe sizes now.
Really?
Can I call you back a little bit? No,
yeah.
This is Shaq. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I need shoe sizes.
Yeah.
Made it work. Timeout taken here. Allows us to thank our sponsors again here tonight with Healthy Communities of Clinton County. They want you to know that recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, make sure you reach out to Healthy Communities, 659-6063, or you can even go online at healthyclintoncounty.org. They've got resources to help you or your loved one get back on the path to recovery. Again, thank all of our sponsors for tonight. A successful broadcast. Hats off to all these students behind the scenes. We have an enormous group working with us here this evening. All the multiple camera angles, graphics, replays. Great job done by Richard Salee.
Top notch, guys. Thanks again.
A 17-point lead for Frankfort. Adams going to take this pass from his rump. And then just tried to find a teammate before they collapsed on him.
At least he didn't try to get up with the ball, but dang, definitely an unforced error there by Frankfort.
It's one thing to be open. It's another reason to be open because you're on your backside.
Yeah. I bet Farley thought, well, he was open when I went to pass it, though. I don't know how he got sitting down so quick. But.
Rossville with 5.5 minutes to go, trying to mount a comeback here. And again, they've got some shooters, Joe. You talked about it in the pregame. 3 guys over 30%, a couple at 35% from beyond the arc. So
yeah, they could whittle into this lead pretty quick if they got hot.
Skiles, too strong, draws back iron. Teely Hahn tracks it down. Thompson's 3. No, back up. No, Wilson again, can't get it to go. And after the loose ball, to stay Rossville.
Wow, Rossville, not any luck on those offensive rebounds. And kudos to Rossville, though, man. They are working hard on that offensive glass on that time.
An inbounds play here to get it to the high post. Thompson to Skiles. Skiles for 3. This one knocked out of bounds, last touch by Wood. Coach Scholl has been warned multiple times tonight, and officials telling him, hey.
I think they were just having another friendly conversation. Like, are you, Scholl to the official, are you sure on that call? Just want to make sure.
There's a 3 there for Rossville. Teely Hahn. Braden gets his first field goal tonight. Let's have one from the charity stripe.
Frankfort turnover. The one thing they don't want to do is start turning the ball over.
And then an offensive foul here called against Wilson, I believe is the number we're going to see here. Yep, number 3.
That's his second foul of the evening.
I love the fact that longtime PA announcer, Mr. Stock, has referred to them all night long as Indiana and Western. I think that's great. You and I decided, Joe, that we weren't going that far.
We would mess that up for sure somewhere.
Got some conversations and some cooler heads will hopefully prevail here.
Yeah, Frankfort needs to.
Getting chippy. Wood's got to be careful there.
Yeah,
it's not always the first thing you see. It's the
so exactly. He might have got knocked there a little bit, but he definitely gave the guy a little shove there. So everybody just needs to walk away.
Edwin Wayne Scott heads to the line. Knocks down the free throw. 3 points tonight for Edwin. He had, I think it was 9 points last night.
Wayne Scott has been consistently a good free throw shooter this year for Frankfort. Continues that on a 2-for-2 night there.
I know we've said this a few times, and this is no knock to the young man. He played his freshman year, did not play again until his senior year, and I just wanted, for my own personal, I want to know what could have been had he played his sophomore and junior year. Great athlete, and man, he has been really consistent for Frankfort this year.
Yeah, he's been a great addition to Frankfort for sure.
He's willing to he'll draw the foul here, but he's willing to do anything that is needed on any night. You need him to score, he'll score. You need him to crash the glass, he will.
He's done one thing very well this year, and that's rebounding. And he, being only, I believe, 6 foot, he does a great job rebounding.
Rossville's got to start to get hot here, knock down some shots. Teely Hahn. Jumper going to draw the foul as Wayne Scott. And this has been something at all levels of basketball. You got to give the shooter room to come down.
Yeah. Frankfort not very smart on that time there. There's no need to foul the shooter. The one thing you don't want to do is stop the clock and give Rossville opportunity to score with time not running.
Levi Darnell, sophomore, checks back in for Rossville. On with 5 points here tonight for the Hornets. Or the Hoosiers. Kirby gets it up the floor. Might have got away with an offensive foul as he pushed off, but
good Lord. Ty Kirby needs to go buy a lottery ticket after that drive. That bounced off everybody, picked it up, and laid it in.
24 points. Hale and Wood collided there for Frankfort. After the loose ball, Frankfort has possession in a 16-point lead. .50 ball here, an opportunity trying to go for the loose one, and Wood, his momentum carries him into
made a little bit. It's too demonstrative swing at the ball there. Just a little tap would have worked, but came down. And with 3 minutes to go here in the game, Sean, Rossville now be on a foul, and Frankfort be shooting 2 free throws.
Opportunity to earn some points while the clock is stopped. Wilson, though, misses that attempt. He was perfect from the line up to that point in tonight's contest. He'll get this one to go. He's got a good-looking shooting stroke, this Caden Wilson.
Yeah, he does. I agree.
Reach and foul here. They'll give this one to Caden Wilson. Now, a bevy of substitutions or discussions around midcourt here. We'll see who comes in for who.
That was Rossville's 15th foul this quarter, so Frankfort as well now shooting 2 free throws on the fouls going forward.
Kirby rims that one out. Jordan Skiles comes back in for Rossville. Kirby gets 1 of 2. 22 last night, 25 tonight. Good back-to-back games from Kai Kirby. Farley on the steal, or attempted steal there, draws the foul. Little over-aggressive on the defensive end right here, Joe.
Yeah, for Frankfort, Alex Farley, just no need for that. You just stay in front of your guy, keep your hands to yourself, just keep the clock running.
Teely Hahn misses the first free throw attempt. Skiles comes back out. Wolin checks in now for Rossville. One to two at the stripe. 7 points tonight for the freshman. Took him a while to get things going, but he's found his way to the free throw line, started to knock down some shots. And now a backcourt violation. You knew Rossville, you thought they might implore it earlier in the game, but they've brought the pressure now.
I thought they might have brought some full court pressure before this, but they are definitely causing some problems here for Frankfort, trying to close this out. Still 2.5 to go. 15-point lead for Frankfort.
Thompson goes glass. Too strong that time. Farley look ahead to Wood. He'll draw the foul. Shot on the ground. That drop, though. It counts in the NBA.
Yeah, good little follow through. Continuation, that's the word I was looking for. A little continuation there, but this is only high school, Sean.
Caden Wilson draws his third foul there. Doug Wood heads to the free throw line. He's the other hot dog in double figures tonight. He's got 12. And now Cooper Dunn checks in. Fantastic night. Good to see that the majority of this crowd stuck around for this conclusion of this game here tonight. Wood gets that one to drop. Heard the student section cheer for him. He's also got a large amount of family here tonight. We saw Doug downstairs before the contest.
Two important free throws for Frankfort. Trying to keep that lead up and out of the way for Rossville.
Loose ball, Farley with it. Wisely doesn't force the shot there. But then good defense by the freshman. And equally good defense by the senior. And then I think the ball's getting a little slippery here. What do you say?
Yeah. It's either slippery or there is a lot of action with the hands going on, which I think it's more these officials are definitely letting a lot of contact go on the hands on the ball.
Isaac Adams going to check in. Doug Wood going to get a break. Looks like Frankfort's got to get one more off the floor. Wayne Scott comes out as well as Wagner comes in. He had 6 for a moment. I know that's not allowed. You can play with less than 5, but you can't play with more.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's true. You could play less.
I know we're honoring blue chips here tonight, but if you remember the movie Hoosiers, he said, my team's on the floor. He finished with 4.
That's right. You're right. You didn't watch any of that last night either, did you?
I've seen that one enough times. I think I can quote it. Isaac Adams back to the free throw line for Frankfort.
Isaac's second point tonight.
A couple from the line. That one rattles out. You know, what's great here is I saw a Frankfort PD officer grabbed one of the signs from the cheerleaders and hung it up in the student section for Rossville there, and it says, cheer or go to jail. And so that's why you heard that. The crowd started to get rowdy down here below our vantage point.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's got that.
So he wants them to get rowdy and try to distract the home free throw shooter here.
Wow.
Kirby misses it. And I will say this, it worked as Adams missed the second free throw. Kirby got fouled and he missed his first.
I believe that police officer doing that is a former Rossville basketball player.
He is. Last name's Dillingham. His family's involved in the Rossville school system as well. There's a 3 from Jordan Skiles.
His second 3 of the evening.
Kirby gets another one to go.
Right, Kirby saying, hey.
We saw him set a career high earlier this season with 36 points. He's getting closer to 30 now as Teely Hahn warms up and hits a 3. And we're going to get a substitution pattern here. And this is very cool. With a minute left on the clock, obviously, you want to get players in who practice all week, but tonight is a special night, right?
Yeah.
Because you want these guys to get in and play and be a part of this Blue Chips reunion game.
Yeah, I think that's a classy move there by Coach Dunn for Rossville.
One of those memories.
Getting those guys out on the floor, as you said, yeah.
You're always going to have it. You had a sellout crowd here tonight. You get your name called. You get to come out on the floor. Awesome for them. Kirby in the lane, tried to add to that point total. Frankfort with the 15-point lead. They put some reserves into the game as well. Now Frankfort should dribble out the clock here for the final 30. I say should because, again, in this situation, you get somebody who hasn't got a chance to play here tonight or score. They may, and we're going to get a quick substitution timeout here one more time.
Just to get some players on the floor, yeah.
Very cool as more and more Frankfort players get an opportunity to come out here tonight. Emory inbounds. Charlie Beardsley with the basketball. That's Jack Michael there, number 4, who will dribble it out and finish the night for Frankfort. These Hot Dogs get back-to-back wins Friday and Saturday night. They improve to 6-7 on the season. Now just one game under 500. Joe, first I want to get your final thoughts on the actual game itself.
Hey, real quickly, Kai Kirby, excellent job tonight again scoring the ball for Frankfort 2 nights in a row. He's led the Hot Dogs in scoring. Rossville, valiant effort. I just felt like they had a rough night shooting the ball, had a lot of good looks, just didn't go down. That would have definitely affected this game, but good effort by the Hornets and the Frankfort. Both teams showed up, played hard, and a good win for Frankfort.
Great game tonight here for both of these teams, a great showing for our community. Clinton County showed out tonight in the Blue Chips reunion game. Our Eagles Clinton County player of the game tonight, Kai Kirby. I can't not give it to him. Back-to-back nights, he's over 20 points. He had 27 tonight. What a fantastic game for the senior Hot Dog. Kai Kirby, again, our Frankfort Eagles player of the game. Everybody that attended in person, we hope you make it home safely. Be careful out there as the weather was a little rough today. For everyone behind the scenes at ISC, at Hot Dog TV, the people that helped put this together, from Eric Farley to Ed Niehaus, to anybody who had a hand on the night events, we sincerely thank you. All the students behind the scenes. For Joe Rook, I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in and joining us tonight. A fantastic night of basketball. Kudos to you, Clinton County. Thank you for showing up and making tonight's event a success.
I second that, Sean. Great job, everyone.
54-39, your final from the Dolphin Dome. One final time as the Western University, a.k.a. Frankfort Hot Dogs, defeat the Indiana Hoosiers, a.k.a. the Rossville Hornets. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you will join us next time.
Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be